Hi, good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, and I hope everybody's having a good week. It was really windy out yesterday. The winds of change are upon us. So, today's class, I plan the classes. I normally don't, but this way people know what's coming. And so today's class is about getting long and strong. So a lot of times we're in asana and we're using our joints when we should be using our muscles and stretching. So I really wanted to kind of emphasize and bring the awareness into the fact that what do you feel? You know, feeling is the whole part of yoga. It's not really about the asanas at all. It's about getting a deeper connection to yourself. And as a yoga therapist, I really feel that people need to slow down and stay in an asana and feel. I've done all kinds of yoga. I've practiced Ashtanga, very strong vinyasa, and they're all so beneficial for each different thing that we need to do. So my goal as a yoga therapist is to get people to feel, because I believe that a lot of what we experience in our pain body is emotional. And when we stop and feel the body, different emotions arise for us as we stretch. So, you know, keeping in mind that what we do feel in our body, in our pain body, is emotional. And to go to that place if we can and, you know, just say, you know, why does something just bother me so much? What is that facet of me that brings that out? And I was always told as a yoga therapist from my teacher that emotions do come up during practice, and I know they do, because it's a time to breathe and feel yourself. So another thing he always told us was always make sure that you have somebody to send your students to, because sometimes emotions come up that I as a yoga therapist am not adept to deal with. So, you know, little things, you know, why does, you know, the sound of my spouse chewing bother me? I was married for many years. So, you know, and it's not that, it's something underlying. So stretching and elongating and is something that helps us to release what's held in the tissues and the muscles. It helps us to release the lactic acid that causes us stiffness. And even if we do physically have a limited range of motion, we're still able to get a little stretch, a little movement, okay? So again, today is about stretching and feeling long. And as I always say to you, please do only what's comfortable. Listen to your body. Use props if you need them. If something doesn't feel good, come out of the pose before I give you the signal to do so. And have fun with it, and absolutely make sure you're breathing softly and consistently. If you're not up for the 3-part breath at this point, if it's something that you're not comfortable with, I do have a breathing video on my YouTube channel that you can go to. And if you have any questions, as I always say, please ask. Send me an email, send me a text, whatever you need to do, send me a Facebook message. And that's where I wanted to go today. So I can't see what time it is. It's getting older thing is just, there we go. Okay. So I see a few people on, and again, I want to thank everybody that made a donation for these classes. They are free, and or if you can make a donation, that's great. Also, next week I will still be on Facebook Live. I haven't gotten over to Zoom yet. I had a personal thing happened yesterday, and my schedule was really thrown off. So I took time for me, and also remember that for yourselves during these times. You know, if you feel like I just can't today, then don't. but go and breathe and stretch. And I went to paint, and I connected with a lot of old friends. So anyway, yeah, be kind to yourself. So let's get started. I see some of you online already, which is wonderful. Thank you for being here. And let's get started. So as always, we're going to start seated and breathing. So have your eyes closed this morning and watch your inhalation and exhalation first. And as you start to watch your inhalation and exhalation, make sure you're in a comfortable seated position and you feel the sit bones. You feel your sit bones ground. You feel your shoulders start to relax. Let your belly relax as you take nice full inhales and contract it as you exhale. So inhale expands the abdomen, exhale contracts. Shoulders are relaxed back and down. And again, today is about stretching. So let's stay with this practice for a few rounds. Just watching the rise and fall of the abdomen, gently starting to relax the body. Soften your jaw, let your knees relax. And now you can gently begin your 3-part breath, breathing into your abdomen, rib cage, and upper chest. And exhaling from the upper chest through the rib cage, abdomen contracts. As I showed people yesterday, like filling a glass of water from the bottom to the top as you inhale, and emptying it from the top down as you exhale. And today is about stretching, so notice what you're feeling. You can add a gentle count to your breath, counting the same as you inhale and as you exhale. Starting to tuck the navel center back and lift your pelvic floor at the end of your exhalations. Now you can double your exhale. That helps to activate the relaxation response in the body. So if you're inhaling to a count of Om 4, exhale to a count of Om 8. Or if you can do 9 and 18, whatever. We generally never go beyond 10 to 20. Okay. So do only what's comfortable. Always keeping the breath moving continuously, flowing. So breathing, 3-part breath, lengthening your exhalations. your spine long. Keep the weight in your sit bones. And always make sure you're sitting on something comfortably if you need to. We're starting to stretch and lengthen the body from the inside out. So working with our gentle breath is a beautiful way to start to feel our awareness. Listening to the sound of your breath. Noticing what you feel in the body. If you feel tightness in certain areas, just notice it. Have no judgment on it. Today's a gentle class about stretching. And as we stretch our body, we stretch our mind. We stretch our awareness. At the end of your next full, long exhalation, just release your breath. Notice how you feel. And again, today is about gentle movement, stretching, and as I said earlier, it's also in our comments, my comments. It's about releasing lactic acid, which stiffens our joints, stiffens our muscles and our tissue. We want to release the joints and make the muscles strong. So very gently, just with your breath, we're going to move slow today, just circle up, back, and down. But I'd like you to move as slowly as you can. We're not going to synchronize this with the breath at all. You're going to move slowly and with awareness, lifting the shoulders up, drawing them back and down. And keep the shoulders wide. You don't want to hug them in. You want to create space through the shoulder joints. Right? We're stretching gently and getting stronger. So as you do this, feel the upper back muscles engage gently. Feel the muscles engage as you take the elbows and shoulders back. Right? I always like to say the elbows because they help give us a kinesthetic awareness of where we want to go. Go up, forward, and down. Separating the shoulders. You're gently engaging your pectoral muscles. Good. Come on to center. We're going to gently drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Sit up tall. Gently feel the lengthening through the left side of your neck. Remember, do only what's comfortable and have your shoulders back and down and breathe. I'm going to try to keep many moments of silence so you can feel what you feel. Inhale slowly through center. Gently drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Just gently draw the right shoulder down. But you still want to keep length through the crown of your head. Soften your jaw. And inhale through center. Now we're going to work gently, this time with the breath. You're going to inhale center, exhale to the left. Inhale slowly to center, exhale through the right. Continue at your own pace. Safe, slow, gentle movements. If you have a hard time synchronizing your breath with your movement, just do what's comfortable. And everybody come to center. The next movement we're going to do to stretch, we're feeling stretch and strength today. Excuse me. We're going to gently turn our head to the right. Now, You want to keep the head in alignment. You want to avoid pulling your chin forward. So exhaling, gently turn to the right. Stay there and breathe. Draw your shoulders back and down. Press into your sit bones. Feel the strength on the left side, on the right side of your neck. Feel the gentle stretch through the left side of your neck, and relax your jaw. Inhale slowly, come on through center. Slowly turn to the left. Breathe. Shoulders back, open the heart. Lift your heart center, helps to breathe better. Again, you're stretching the right. As you draw that shoulder back a little bit more, you might feel a different stretch. And inhale through center, doing only what's safely. We're going to inhale center, exhale turning right. As you start the next inhale, come back through center. And as you start your exhale, turn left. And continue this at your own comfortable pace. Beginning the movement as the breath begins, ending the movement as the breath ends. And gently come to center. And our final neck movement will be lifting the chin gently as you inhale. Again, you don't want to bring your head back. You want to keep elongation through the spine. Our cervical spine is long, and it moves on our axle and axis. So it tilts here. So that's what we're doing. We're stretching the muscles that support the skull on the top of your cervical spine. So you're going to lift and reach, shoulders back, and then gently tuck. You're tucking the chin back. You're not dropping the head forward. So tucking, keeping the cervical spine long. This is where you need to be very mindful of what you're feeling. You'll get a nice stretch through your upper trapezius. And with your next inhale, lift. And continue the movement. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, tucking. Feel the abdomen relax on the inhale. Feel the pelvic floor lift and contract on the exhale. And come on through center. So we're going to sit in a comfortable cross-legged position, which we already are. So if you need to, stretch your legs out a little and shake them. But we're going to actually stretch our spine. And I'm going to indicate where you're going to feel the strength. So the strength is going to be in our hip flexors today. When it's in the hip flexors, it helps you raise your legs better. It protects your lower back. And it'll also, when you're engaged here, you can stretch the lower back safely without any discomfort. If you feel anything not comfortable, don't do it. I always say that. I know I repeat it a lot. But as a yoga therapist, excuse me, that's what I am trained. And I really feel passionate about having people be mindful of. I see so many misalignments when I've taken different yoga classes, and people grunting and groaning and not breathing. So I think moving slow with the breath is my passion about sharing with people. So take your hands under your knees, and you're going to round the back as you exhale. And inhale, come on up, shoulders back. Exhale, round, tuck the tummy. The tummy is helping to keep strength so you don't overstretch your back. As you inhale, come up, the hip flexors engage, and now continue at your own pace. Drop your shoulders down, arms are straight, knees pressed down in both positions. Move very slow with your breath. If your breath isn't as slow as you'd like, that's fine. So just move slower and make sure you're continuously breathing. Knees pressed down in both positions, shoulders back. Arms extend, so you're getting stretch through the arms, through the shoulders. Inhale, come on all the way up. Good. Drop your right hand, I always have to think because I know I'm working backwards on the screen. So drop your right hand, it's next to your hip, it's not in front of you. It's a lateral hinge for your waist and the side body. So drop the right hand, reach the left arm up, reach over only as comfortable and far as you can. Now take that left shoulder back, energy through your fingers. The poses don't stop at your fingertips. Make sure you're lifting up out of the pose. Breathe, press both knees down. Especially press that left knee down. Breathe. Don't have your arm touching your ear. Lengthen it out. Extend through the elbow. Extend out to the fingertips. They're out there somewhere. And come on up. Breathe. Make sure you were breathing during the practices and drop your left hand. Reach the right arm up and reach. Now, if you can't reach over this far, that's fine. I just have my arm in the viewer so you can see it. Nice deep breaths. Press down into your sit bones. Reach over, not down. You want to reach up and over so you're getting a long length. Reach through the fingertips. I have my fingers together, thumbs wide. Nice deep breaths. Press your knees, lift your heart. Don't collapse. Long through the body. Remember, don't wrinkle your front body. And inhale, come on through center. Good. Stretch both legs out. We're going to stretch and extend our legs. So, I'm just adjusting the camera a little. These little signs pop up I have to get rid of. So, I'm going to have my hands behind me, wider than the mat. This way I can push away, getting strong arms. I'm not leaning. I'm using the whole pad of my hand. Feet are hip distance. Point as you exhale. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Now we're going to hold the pose and keep breathing. Nice full deep breaths. And now flex the heels. Keep inhaling and breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Now make sure that you're pressing the heels down. If you lift the heels, look, you hyperextend your knees. We want to release the joints and stretch the muscles. We want to release the lactic acid that builds up on our tissues and muscles, which cause stiffness. Now point the toes. Hold it. If you're getting toe cramps, just shake them out. That has to do a lot with digestion. Flex the heels. Breathe. Spread your toes wide. Point the toes. And now continue the movement with your breath. You're going to inhale as you come back. Exhale, point. Nice deep breaths. And come to center. We're going to keep the feet hip distance and we're going to circle both feet in one direction. Keep the knees and thighs still. Keep your sit bones grounded. Try not to do this. See how I'm moving? That's not what we want to do. We want to gently point as we circle. And we want to keep the sit bones grounded. Use your core. And now go the opposite direction. Good, and come on to center. Now one last time, let's point the toes, get a nice stretch. Press through the palms, lengthen through the crown of the head. And then gently flex the heels. Draw the toes towards your knees. So you're strengthening these muscles here in the ankles. And release. Good. Soles of the feet together. Sit up tall, shoulders are back and down. And draw the heels in as close as you're comfortable. If this is not comfortable, keep your feet where they're comfortable. Be mindful of your knees. And you're going to sit up tall and forward hinge. Let the weight of the body come forward. Press your sit bones back. Press your heart forward. Nice deep breaths. Breathe into the length of your spine as you draw your shoulders back and press the knees downward. Remember, do only what's comfortable. When you feel yourself in a gentle stretch, you're going to gain more benefit than when you are really holding tight and forcing. We don't want to force. We want gentle, safe movements. Inhale, come on up. Come on to all fours for cat and cow. I love to do cat and cow for every practice that I teach. I feel it's really beneficial. Just adjusting the mat for visuals here. Okay. So the block between your thighs if you choose to. And today we're going to hold cat and cow. So you're going to round the spine, lifting your lower, middle, and upper back. Hands are wider than your shoulders and elbows are slightly bent. I am one teacher who does not like wrist under the elbows because 90 degrees is not a natural range of motion for a wrist. 80 degrees is. So rounding into cat pose, push away through the fingertips and press through the tops of the feet. Really use your core to lift and then drop abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, gaze up, shoulders back. Keep breathing. Feel as if you're drawing your sit bones back. They're still above your knees. Sit bones back, heart forward, lengthening the front belly. You should feel a stretch through the front body. And then round into the cat pose, lifting lower, middle, and upper back. Breathe, lift the pelvic floor on your exhales, press the tops of the feet. Really hug the inner thighs. If you have a block, gently hug that. And one last time, drop abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, gaze up, shoulders back. Really lengthen. Feel like you're drawing your sit bones back, right? My sit bones are above my knees. They just look weird in this video. Let's see if I go sideways. There we go. And release. Now, continue cat and cow at your own pace. And feel the muscles stretch through the back body and engage the front body on the exhale position. And then feel the abdomen, rib cage, upper chest. Feel the upper body engage and the front body stretch. Stay with your breath. Engaging the muscles, press through the palms and the tops of the feet. And come on to center. So from here, you can take a child's pose. I'm going to set up for the standing poses. So be comfortable in your child's pose. Nice full deep breaths. And when you're ready, everyone slowly come on up to standing. Take your time. You can do a downward dog if you'd like. Do what's comfortable. And we're going to come up to standing today. So we're going to interlace our fingers, press the palms towards the ceiling. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. And we're going to gently hinge to the left, pressing the palms towards the ceiling. Now make sure you're pressing down through your right leg and lifting up out of the pose. Avoid collapsing. Use your core to lift. Nice deep breaths. Inhale through center. Exhale, take it to the opposite side. Press down through the right leg, lifting up, reaching up and out with those arms. Breathe. Inhale through center. Release the arms. Take the hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Separate your feet now as wide as your mat. Bend your knees. Forward hinge. Hinging from the hips. Knees are bent. And just reach the arms up off the back if you can. Shoulders back. Breathe. Lift up out of the pose. Don't collapse down. Lift up out of the pose. Push through the heels. Lift your sit bones. You'll feel a nice stretch through the back thighs. And inhale, come on all the way up. Good. Feet hip distance. Palms to the heart. Take your right arm down, reach the left arm up, and we're going to make the feet as wide as the mat. Going to gently reach all the way over to the right. Make sure your feet are parallel. Avoid locking your knees. Push through the heels and lift the ribs. Inhale, come on up. Bring both arms this time. Drop the left arm. Reach all the way over to the left. Press down through that right leg. Feel the length through the whole right side of your body as you breathe. Nice deep breaths. And inhale, come on all the way up. Bring both palms up. Feet hip distance, palms to your heart. Close your eyes and breathe. Nice full deep breaths. And to loosen us up a little for our stretches today, we're going to have our feet hip distance. See if I open this, maybe you can see me better. Ah, there we go. That works better. There we go. So, getting used to setting up in the morning. So what we're going to do, we're just going to have our feet hip distance, and I think there's somebody on, I saw a name, I don't have my glasses, but I think this is one of the poses you like. So we're just going to swing the hips, swing the arms, just very gently this morning. Now, as you notice, as I go right, I'm lifting the left foot. So do the same, feet are wider than your hips for this, and just really start to relax. Good, and come on to center. Feet hip distance, palms to the heart, close your eyes. Find your breath. Press through the heels. I've said this in other videos and in my classes. Sometimes we stand into our knees. So we want to stand fully into our heels and our toes. So when I ask you to stand into your heels, please do not lift your toes. You want to press the front of the feet down as well. So lock your thumbs, reach your arms forward. Inhale, come on all the way up. Hinge to the right as you exhale. Breathe, keep breathing. Inhale, come on up, really stretch, reach the arms, hinge to the opposite side. Keep breathing. Slowly inhale through center. With the fingers locked, hinge forward into a forward bend. Take the right hand outside your left leg, sweep the right arm up, gazing upward. Keep the hips square, feet grounded, turn at the waist, breathe. Now your arm is in line with your shoulder. You don't want to take the arm back towards your buttocks. Hand is in line with your shoulder. Keep breathing as you're in the twist. We're stretching. Take that shoulder blade down the back of the extended arm. And exhale, release. We're going to do the other side now. So take the left hand outside the right leg, reach the left arm up. If I'm backwards, forgive me. Breathe. Nice deep breaths. Push through the heels, lift the sit-bones. Don't collapse in your pose. Lift up out of the pose. Use your legs. You should feel your legs working, and exhale, release. Sweep the arms out alongside you this time. Come on all the way up. Palms to the heart. Close the eyes and breathe. So as we hold asanas today, you're going to feel the stretch. So you're going to have your right foot forward and take your left foot back. Breathe. Now really reach through the back heel, reach both arms up into warrior one. The front knee should be parallel, in line with the ankle. The front knee in line with the front ankle. You don't want to have the knee forward. Keep reaching through the back leg. Make sure the weight is distributed evenly and relax the shoulders. You don't want the shoulders up. Shoulders are back and down, but arms are really extended. So feel the muscles lengthening as you energetically reach through the fingers. Breathe. Feel your feet, feel your legs. Feel the muscles, never the joints. Now take both arms behind you, interlacing your fingers. Draw the knuckles down the back, and we're going to gently forward hinge. Keep planting that back heel. That left heel is planted. Nice deep breaths. Now avoid collapsing onto the front thigh. Lift up off the thigh. Shoulders are back and down. For a little core work, take your arms alongside your ears and reach the arms forward, but keep reaching through that back heel. Feel that right hip flexor engaging. Inhale slowly, come on up. Keep stretching that back heel into the mat. Hands to your hips. You're going to straighten your front leg, and if you need a block, you can take a block in front of your right leg. So our hands are to the hips. And forward hinge over the extended leg. Now, we're not coming down yet. Work your shoulders back first. Lift up out of the pose so you're really extending the leg. Take the right hip back. And then gently reach for the block and just let yourself flow over that extended leg. Press through the feet. Make sure that left heel is grounded behind you. Don't put all the weight in your front leg. Use the reach through the right heel. Breathe. If you need to take the block down or you don't need a block, that's fine. Always do what's safe and comfortable. Breathe. This is a class for stretching, so really stretch the hamstring gently and breathe deeply. I always tell my students I would rather have you back off of a pose and breathe deeply. You'll get more benefit if you do that. Now take the block if you have one. You're going to put it inside your right leg. Place the left palm on it and reach the right arm up. Twisting, triangle pose. So breathe deeply. You can gaze down at the foot or look up at the right hand, but really ground your left heel. Nice full deep breaths. Take that right hand down, bend the left knee slightly and sweep the arms up. Bring your feet hip distance and your palms to the heart. Have the eyes closed and really reconnect with your breath if you're not. Notice how one side feels, and we'll do the opposite side. So reach both arms out and up. Come on up. Interlace the fingers, press the palms, hinge to your left. Press through your feet. Legs are strong. Engage the legs and the glutes. Hinge to the right. Breathe, really reach. Give yourself a reach. Put some energy into that. Inhale through center. Exhale, forward hinge. Take the right hand outside the left leg. Sweep the left arm up. Gaze up. Breathe. Bend the knees if you need to. Push through the heels to lift the sit bones. Keep breathing. Relax your shoulders, please. And exhale, release. Take the left hand outside the right leg. Sweep the right arm up. Gaze up. Nice deep breaths. Push into your heels. Lift your sit bones. Feel the inner thighs work towards each other and release. Sweep both arms out. Come on all the way up to standing position. And bring your palms to your heart once again. And this time let's step the left foot back. Right foot back. I know somebody's out there saying, no, we did that side. So usually I have that in class, so it happens, and I'm trying to teach backwards. So front knee is bent. Sweep the arms out and up. Warrior one. Now I like to keep my feet hip distance. Keep the hips square. Make sure you're not turning, so see where your hips are. Press, reach back into that right heel. Squeeze your right glute. Breathe. Nice deep breaths. Fingers together, thumbs wide. Draw your shoulders down the back and lift your ribs. Really try to lift the core just using your energy. Breathe. Keep reaching through that back heel, squeezing the back glute, and you're pressing down through the left heel in the front. From here, take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, draw the knuckles down the back, and gently forward hinge. Now make sure your hips are moving back in space. They're moving back, and the heart comes forward. The knee is still directly in line with the ankle. Breathe. Nice deep breaths. Draw the knuckles back. If you can lift the arms up, lift them up. Breathe. Release the arms. Come up slowly and bring the arms alongside the ears for a little more core work. Breathe. Press down through that front heel. Do not put all the weight in your toes. Reach through the back heel. Get strength through the back leg. And inhale, come on all the way up. Now you're going to straighten your front knee. And again, if you need a block, you can put a block right in front of you for support. And hands to the hips. Forward hinge. Over that front hip. Breathe. Now we're not going to come down yet. You're going to make sure your hips are square. Work those elbows back. Breathe. Make sure you got weight in the back heel. Don't put all the weight in your front foot. And then let's come all the way down, just laying over the front leg. Breathe. If you can come down farther after you're in the pose, you can adjust to that. I always tell my students we don't go to the full expression of our pose when we first come into it. We begin to stretch and release into it. And make sure that that left hip is moving back and the left foot is staying forward. How much weight do you have in the back heel? Extend through the back heel to strengthen your hamstrings a little. Now you can use a block if you'd like. Place a block inside the left foot. Take down the right hand and reach the left arm up. Nice deep breaths. And make sure you don't pull your hip out. You want the left hip to go straight back as you breathe. You'll feel a stretch through the hamstring. It should be gentle and strength through your front hip flexor. So you're looking to find what stretches and what strengthens during this class. Exhale, release. Gently bend the front knee and slowly come on up. Feet hip distance, palms to the heart. So I always have my students bend the front knee as they come up. It's safer. However, if you're very proficient in practicing yoga and you can come up with a straight front leg, by all means, please do that. I always look for safe, comfortable movements in my classes, and generally the population and people I teach are looking for a gentler type of movement with just as much benefit. So we all have different teaching techniques, and this is why I do this as a yoga therapist. So we're going to come to seated next. So let me adjust the camera as you all come on down to seated. Just checking the time. Where does the time go? Right? So we're going to do seated forward bends. But first we're going to stretch. I really feel it's important to stretch. There we go. My plant wanted to get in the picture. I feel it's important to learn to really stretch and do these things at home. That's what I said in the comments. I really think that these are things you can do every once in a while at home. Maybe not all of it, but some of it, and that keeps the lactic acid. And also a really big benefit would be if you drank something warm and alkaline after this class. So that means no hot coffee. Anything with caffeine in it wouldn't be that beneficial. But hot water, hot tea, decaffeinated tea, maybe green tea, which has a little caffeine. So something warm. I do lemon and I actually do lime. Lime and cayenne pepper I like in the morning. So I'll have that after this practice. And that's it. So let's take our legs and stretch them out as wide as we can. Phone, because I'd just keep teaching if I didn't have a clock and know what time it was. So So make your legs only as wide as they're comfortable now. Remember, I just said you don't want to go to the full expression of a pose in the beginning. You want to open to it, you know? So sit up tall, and you're going to take your hands under your knees. This helps to protect your hamstrings. Walk your sit bones back a little, shoulders back, and forward hinge. Nice full deep breaths. Come down only to where you're comfortable. If you feel you need to sit up on something for forward bends, please do so. We're going to keep the heels flexed. You might feel a gentle stretch through the inner thighs. That's fine. So hands are under the knees to safely stretch the hamstrings to protect the knees. Breathe. Press your heels down, press your calves down, and draw your shoulders back. Lengthen the spine. We're lengthening the side waist. And inhale, come on up. Now make your legs a little wider if you'd like. And place your hands on the inner thighs, shoulders back. And as you press the thighs back and your shoulders back, gently hinge forward, engage your hip flexors as you come down. Feel the strength in the hip flexors. Notice where you feel the stretch, and we're going to breathe. Keep pressing those sit bones back, using your core. Press the sit bones down, press the heels down, using your legs. Shoulders back. Breathe. And gently press yourselves up. You're going to take your right hand, turn the palm up, take the left arm up, and you're going to have your body in line with the right leg. Reach the arm up, reach all the way over. So only go over as far as you're comfortable. See where you feel comfortable and turn the ribs towards the ceiling. Press that left sit bone down. It came off the floor. Come on, press it down. Feel the stretch through the left side of the waist. Now, I don't expect you to reach your toes with the left hand. Only go where you're comfortable. Breathe. So reach. Reach, reach, reach. Press the heels down. Press the sit bones down. See how you're engaging your core as you do this, so you're strengthening. Inhale, come on up. That was a good stretch, right? I like this. Take the left hand on top of the left leg. Reach the right arm up. And reach all the way over. Nice deep breaths. Now, if you can only come to here, this is enough. Perfect. Make sure you're anchoring that right sit bone. If they popped up, anchor it down. Nice deep breaths. Rotate the ribs. Breathe. Keep turning the ribs upward. Sit bone grounds. You'll feel a gentle stretch through. This is your QL, your quadratus lumborum. And some of your obliques are over here. So reach with your fingers. Breathe. And inhale, come on up. Bring your feet together. Sit up tall. And now notice how you feel different than you did in the beginning of the class, lengthening the heart forward. Nice deep breaths. And come on up. So there's one more pose I'd like to do for the front body and for stretching, and it's cobra pose. So we're going to come on to, we're going to swing the legs around, and you're going to come onto your bellies, tops of the feet to the floor, and let's start in Sphinx pose. So elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Press through the palms, bring your thighs together, anchor your pubic bone. Press down into your forearms and watch my shoulders. Draw them back. Feel like you're hugging the upper back muscles together as you press down into the palms and the forearms, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Nice deep breaths. Feel your belly breathe against the floor. Now gently walk the toes back a little to lengthen the tummy. Keep the hips grounded, so press your hip bones and your pubic bone down. Breathe. Keep hugging the shoulders. Sometimes you get tired, so we got to draw them back. As you breathe in the front body, you're stretching it from the inside out. Good, and come on down. You're going to bring your forehead to the mat, fingertips in line with your shoulders, so not forward, fingertips in line, and the farther you bring your hands back, the more stretch, the more stretch you'll get through the shoulders. So feet are hip distance, or some people like to bring them together, but anchor your pubic bone and press the tops of the feet. Bring your forehead to the floor. Keep the neck long, and you're going to inhale, extend your forehead, nose, and chin on the floor. Take another exhale, and then as you inhale, raise your head, neck, and chest. Breathe. Use your upper back muscles. Press the tops of the feet. Keep anchoring your pubic bone. So you want to press the pubic bone down. Breathe deeply. Inhale, come up a little higher. Exhale, slowly come down. Extend the chin, nose, forehead. Breathe. We're going to come up one more time. So if you feel you'd like to move the hands back farther, do what's comfortable. Draw your elbows and shoulders back. And with an inhale, we're going to use one inhale this time. And extend your nose, chin across the mat, raising up with the inhale. And breathe. Keep anchoring the pubic bone. Nice 3-part breath. Press the tops of the feet. Shoulders back. There's no weight on your palms. No weight on your palms, but the palms are on the mat. With your next exhale, extend the chin. Touching chin, nose, forehead. And this time you're going to turn your cheek to one side, turn your palms up, let your legs, toes in, heels out, and relax. Take some nice cleansing breaths, let it out with a loud sigh. It'll actually help to release your diaphragm. Slowly and gently, everyone, turn your cheek to the opposite direction. Just notice how one side of the head turns differently than the other. Have no judgment on it, just be aware of it. Relax. And come to center. And I just thought of one final movement we can do. Like I said, I could go on forever. But we're going to take the left arm in front of us at a 90-degree angle. So the elbow, show you on the right side, the elbow and the shoulder are in alignment, 90 degrees. Okay? And so we're on our left elbow. We're going to raise the right foot up and see if we can reach around for the foot. Head is centered. Breathe. Now see if you can push the foot into the hand and lift the thigh off the mat. If you can't, just reach around. If you can't reach your foot, just keep reaching and drawing the foot back towards the buttocks. So do only what's comfortable. If this isn't for you, stay in Advasana, which was the relaxation pose on the abdomen. Now push away at the arm to lift yourself up. Anchor that pubic bone firmly and release. Now we're going to take the right arm in front, bending the left foot. You're going to notice one side different than the other. So reach around with the left arm, breathing. Nice deep breaths. I'm trying to find my elbow here. There we go. And push the foot into the hand. Breathe, push the foot back. You'll get a stretch through the front of your chest. Breathe. Anchor your hip bones and your pubic bone. And release. Bring your arms alongside you. Turn your cheek, toes in, heels out, Advasana. Turn your cheek slowly to the opposite side. And very gently today, we're just going to roll on our backs. Keep the sacrum on the mat. Draw your knees towards you. Try to keep them 90 degrees and just rock side to side. Feet are flexed. And come to center. Drop your feet. You're going to shift your hips over to the left, just like this. And the feet come with it, and we're going to flex the feet, drop both knees to the right. So what this does by shifting the hips, it allows your spine to be in alignment. If I didn't shift my hips, I'd be twisted like this. So I move the hips to the left, drop the knees to the right, and breathe. Now if you want to take your right hand to your thigh, make sure you're planting the left shoulder. You'll feel a nice stretch through the side body. Breathe. And gently come on through center. We're going to do the same side with a different twisting technique. So separate your feet wide. Flex your feet, drop both knees to the right again. Now the knees are wide. See if you can take your right foot to your left knee. But anchor the left shoulder. Lengthen through the front body. So don't just be in the twist. See if you can lengthen the front body, creating a straight line. Breathe and be mindful if you feel any discomfort anywhere. Please come out of the pose. Palms are face up so you can draw the shoulders back. They're in external rotation. So it's a stretching class. Stretch and breathe, everyone. Deep breaths. Let the breath open the muscles. Let it remove the lactic acid from the muscles and tissues. This way we can flush it out after class as we drink some lemon water, some herbal tea. And everybody release the foot. Come on to center. Now center your body once again. Walk the feet over to the right. Walk the hips to the right. Feet are hip distance for the first round. So we're going to drop both knees to the left. You can take your hand to the right knee if you want. It's a nice stretch through the side body. But see, your body's aligned. That's why we draw the hips over first before we twist. Press the right shoulder blade down. Pressing the upper back allows you to turn from the waist more easily. And inhale through center. But we're still hips to the right. Now we're going to make the feet wide, just as we did earlier. Flex the feet, drop both knees to the left. Nice deep breaths. Press through the front of the right thigh or hip and press the left foot onto the knee, only if it's comfortable. Breathe. Feel the stretch through the front of the thigh. We're getting rid of the lactic acid. I used to have a teacher say we hold sugar in the thigh muscle. So we're stretching, releasing the lactic acid, creating more flexibility. Only do what's comfortable, and the right shoulder's down. Release the left foot, bring the knees to center. Stretch both legs out and give yourselves a big, 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 big stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Really stretch the body. And just for a moment, bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop out. I like to place my hands in my inner thighs. Just let the knees relax and breathe. Slowly and gently bring the knees up. Stretch both legs out. See if you can let your legs be a little wider today. Bring the arms away from the body today. A position of surrender, release, letting go. Use a bolster or a pillow if you need to. And you're getting ready for Shavasana. So I ran a little late today, but I felt those movements were really important for our practice. And as you're getting comfortable, make sure you're very comfortable. And start to watch your breath. Watch your inhalation and your exhalation. It flows naturally. You no longer control it. Shavasana, deep relaxation, is where we allow the body to redistribute the energy we've moved during practice. So we're going to do an awareness practice, and if the practice falls away and you fall into your Shavasana, that's perfect. So as you watch your breath, watch how the breath flows in through 2 nostrils and bring the awareness up to the space between your brows, your third eye. And as you exhale, exhale from the third eye, the Ajna chakra, out through both nostrils. This is about duality turning into oneness, and oneness turning into duality. You'll feel the body begin to relax and release. You'll feel duality dissolve into oneness. And watch the breath flow in through 2 nostrils, turning into oneness, unity, single-pointed awareness, whatever you call it, at the space between the brows. And then as you exhale oneness, it turns out into duality again. Watch the ebb and flow. And we'll be here for a few minutes and feel the body relax completely. Your limbs are soft. You're not your body. The body is just a vehicle. And connect to the breath. Connect to all that is. to deepen your breathing. Always feeling the unity, even in duality. Know there is oneness. Gently move your arms and your legs. Stretch gently your arms and your legs. So stretch the body or hug the body. You deserve a big hug. Taking care of yourself. And slowly bend the knees and gently rock side to side, or you can just roll to your side slowly. And take a moment to notice what you notice. A feeling, a thought, an awareness of something that is not a feeling or a thought. It's a knowing. And listen to that small inner voice that's a knowing all the time. It's real. And gently push yourself into a seated position and join me for a closing chant. Some of you may know this, some of you may not, but feel free to join in. Loka samasta sukhinu bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhinu bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire creation be filled with peace and joy, with love and light, and may the light of truth overcome all the darkness. Victory to the light within each of you and every one. Namaste. So the English translation that I just did is the English translation. People always say, what does loka mean? So that's one of the translations. So I honor all of you for being here. Please share this with your friends and family and people who may just need that 5 minutes of relaxation just to ground themselves. So this will be on YouTube. I want to thank you all. I'm so happy you were here today. So I'll see you all soon. And again, namaste. May there be light everywhere. There's light in all of you that are here today. Om Shanti.